Well, I reckon I done pissed some of y'all off now, so I'm going to elaborate. I said what I said in my last video, and I'm not going to apologize because I meant it. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and I'm actually not talking about one person in specific. I've just been seeing it happen for so long, and it's something that I think about, and sometimes when I'm thinking about stuff, I just talk to you guys about it. Now let me help you understand what I'm trying to say. I was 12 years old when I got my first guitar, right? My daddy taught me one chord on the guitar, and then he went back to prison. So I taught myself the rest. You know, I taught myself how to play guitar, and then I taught myself how to play piano. I never had any lessons, not one. I didn't have any singing lessons, no vocal lessons, nothing like that. I grew up on a farm, and like we were poor as shit. When I say poor, it's not because like my mom was bad or anything like that. I mean, she had me real young and she did the best she could. I don't like saying I had a hard life or anything like that because I don't like to complain. I don't believe I did have a hard life, but I know it wasn't cushy. I wasn't pampered by any means. I was taught to work for what you want, and I wasn't given anything. I ended up being a bad kid, of course, you know, not having your dad around and stuff. That's what they say. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe it was built into me. I made some poor decisions. And when I was 16, I stole my mom's car and drove from Florida all the way up to Nashville. And then I went west, made it to New Mexico before I was arrested. But throughout all that time, throughout my childhood, my teenage years, and then into my adult life, I had my guitar and I was writing songs. A lot of the songs I was writing ended up being shitty songs, but they meant something to me. That's how I dealt with my emotions. That's how I dealt with my feelings, because I didn't really know how to express them properly. You see, people like me, as we get older, we make the mistake of dealing with our emotions through alcohol or drugs or whatever it might be. And I have a tendency to slip and fall from time to time and drink too much or whatever it might be. But no matter what, I've always had country music. And country music is something that I was brought up on, like Hank Jr., Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash. That's who my dad listened to, and that's what he taught me to listen to. So not only did I listen to these guys, but I studied them. I looked at, read books and watched documentaries or whatever the hell I needed to do to learn about who they are. Because to me, country music is a culture. I played in my first bar when I was 17 years old. Since then, I started playing in bars. Back then, it wasn't popular to like get on social media, and like you couldn't really make it big that way. So I did what Alan Jackson said. I was chasing that neon rainbow, or paying my dues, or whatever you want to call it. I was playing in every single bar that I could. But my point is, when I wake up in the morning, I shit, eat, and breathe country music. I'm not the best singer in the world. I'm certainly not the best guitar player in the world. I'm not the best piano player. I'm not the best songwriter. But this is a lifestyle for me. What I write about, I live. Good or bad. And I'm not just speaking for myself, I'm speaking for other artists too. It's just that I'm the one saying it right now. I have nothing against anybody on this platform. What they are doing does not affect me at all. I'm simply sharing my thoughts. It would be nice if I could stop seeing people that built their platform around anything but being a musician or an artist all of a sudden want to take advantage of the trend because they see dollar signs and go release songs, or go to a studio and get auto-tune, or have somebody else write them a song and sing about generic shit. You know, I don't care. It ain't about, I'm perfectly happy with who I am and where I'm at. I could not gain a single follower and not have anybody else listen to my music, and I'd be happy and content with who I am. But I just can't stand seeing people spit in the face of what country music's supposed to be about, or what, fuck it, not even country music, what being an artist is supposed to be about. You got to go through shit if you want to be a real artist. If you want to have that in your soul, you want to be able to write real songs, you want to be able to connect to people on a different level, you've got to go through shit in life that fucking tears you apart and tears you down and makes you feel like nothing. You got to hit rock bottom multiple times. Thing is, people have figured out the trick, you know. I guess in a way I don't blame them. So it's not even that I'm saying it's the people's fault. The system is just so fucked up now. Figured out the trick. Hey, I have all these people looking at me. I don't even have to sing that good. I can go fucking record a song that somebody else wrote, and because I have all these followers, they're gonna give me a good song, and then I'm gonna put the song out, and people are gonna listen to it, and they're gonna share it and everything. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's really watering down country music. It's watering it down. It's taken away from the brand. Look, and I don't always say shit the right way, okay? So you can say I sound arrogant or whatever. I'm not trying to sound that way. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I suck at wording things. That's why I write songs when I want to say something. You know, I don't really know how to say shit without sounding offensive. But at the same time, I guess that's because I really don't care if you get offended. You know, I really don't give a shit. But that's just me sharing my thoughts, guys. That's all it was yesterday. I decided today I would elaborate a little bit more because a few of you seem butthurt. There's a few comments on there. Most of the comments are negative. But you see how many people liked that post? Those are the people that understand what I'm saying. They didn't comment. Probably because they didn't want to get attacked by a fan club or something like that.